Hi, this is Neil from ratinghorses.com. The date is Tuesday, the 19th of January 2021, and time is approaching 12:57 p.m. Well, today I'm going to go through one particular race that has initially caught the eye for me. And this is the race in front of you, the 440 at Southwell. Now, as normal, I have no idea if there's any non-runners. I haven't checked the prices. The aim for this evening was to find one race so I could have a little bit of delve into with the data that's in front of us. And many of you will know that I like handicap races where there's 8 or more runners. The idea is to try and find a little bit of each way value. And I like to follow races that are high grade, ideally, grade 3, class 4. The racing at Southwell is not the greatest this evening. The majority of handicap races are grade 6, but there are 2 grade 5 events, of which the 440 Southwell is one of them. And I've picked this particular race because looking at the ratings, it looks like it's going to be an open event. So hopefully that means there'll be a little bit of each way value for us to get stuck into. So without further ado, I'll get straight into it. This won't be a long video. I've not been in the best of health over the last few days. Don't worry, it's not COVID related, but I'll just keep it short and sweet before just so enables me the voice to hold up. Because if I do babble on for too long, I'm sure my voice will be going. Okay, so 440 at Southwell this evening. As we can see, 9 runners take the chances. It's over the short distance of around 5 furlongs, just under. And if we look at the ratings, we can see that it looks that it could be a very open event, just 9 points between top and bottom. We do have a good draw stall bias, so we need to bear that in mind. And looking at the R2, everything there's not much standing out. Obviously, Gossip has 9, which is the highest R2 score, but the rest are 7 and 8s. Again, apart from these, maybe you could cut these off on the R1, but 15 Centurion Song has the best R1 again, but there's not an awful lot between those. So overall, the ratings, there's nothing I'd want to dismiss at this stage looking at the ratings. Now, of course, as I say, 5 furlongs this evening. It's a sprint, so the draw bias shows that we'd like to be drawn low to medium. So it is a negative for Fantasy Keeper. Giogo Obo. I do apologise if that's obviously that's not how it's supposed to sound. But listen, I'm not 100%. Give me a break. And another Angel has got a negative. Well, not negative, but obviously there's horses here that has a positive draw bias. All trainers have a decent RTF. Of course, Brian Meehan has 100, but of course that means he may well have only had 1 or 2 runners in the last 14 days. So we'll check back on that data shortly. We can see there's 4 course and distance winners in this race: Centurion Song, Gossip, Duke of Firenze, and Red Stripes. Going back to recent runs, we can see actually that every horse has all had a fairly recent run: 22 days, 23 days, 4, 2, 16. So everything in this race should be ready to go and fit. Everything has had a run in the last 3 weeks or so. If we look at this part of the ratings here, we can see that the Centurion Song comes out well on our key factors, which are the OF strategy, speed and power rating. Duke of Frenzy, fourth and third. Scrolling down a little bit, we can see, oh grief, Geo Obo. Geo Obo, that's what we'll say. Joint top on the OF, sixth on the speed, but it's the top power rating horse. And You're Cool, top speed, but the rest of the data is a little bit off. And the bottom rated horse, Another Angel, again, joint first, speed is first, but the power rating is seventh. So it's all a bit of a mismatch, which again indicates that this could be a very open race. If we just quickly look at the power rating, we can see the Geo Obo has a rating of 46. That's not a fantastic score, though it's top rated. And there's not an awful lot between the top 5 or 6 in all fairness. Even the seventh ranked horse has 28. So it's, there's not much that stands out there. If we look at the official ratings, we can see that Centurion Sung went off a mark of 72 6 runs ago. It's off 74 today. So last time out, it won off a mark of 70. It's been put up £4 for that win. Gossip steadily dropped down to a favourable mark. It won off 55, but last time out it was disappointing, off 55. It's £3 higher today, off 58. Duke of Frenzy is off the same mark as it was 6 runs ago. We can see that it won 4 runs ago, which would have been off a mark of 74, so just £1 higher today. Fantasy Keeper has been fairly consistent looking at the form, and again it's just £1 lower from 6 runs ago. It looks like the handicap has maybe got the grip on that horse. Alsvinda was off a mark of 80 6 runs ago, steadily dropped down the mark to 74. Been knocking on the door, third and second, so maybe the handicapper has given this horse a chance. We can see that this horse has won off a career higher mark of 96, so a whopping £22 lower today. Red Stripes has been there or thereabouts again. However, it is £4 higher than it was 6 runs ago, and it came third off 53, so £3 higher today. Geo Robbo is £5 low from 6 runs ago. You're Cool steadily slipped down the handicap, 59 last time out, and it won. It's gone up another £2 today. But we can see this horse has won off a career high mark of 79. And Another Angel is a couple of pounds lower than 6 runs ago. So as we can see that, there must be a little bit of value in this race, because there's positives and negatives amongst all horses, I would suggest. So let's have a look at the 14-day stats. And as I thought there, Brian Mina's 100% RTF, but he's only had 1 run in the last 14 days. And although that didn't win, the RTF suggests that horse ran as well as expected. That's why Brian Mina's 100% RTF. You're Cool, Derek Shaw, only a 25% strike rate. 25% RTF, but he's got a 25% strike rate in the last 14 days with 2 winners from 8 runners. Gossip, Scott Dixon, 53% RTF. Remember, this is a percentage, so the Racing Post suggests that 53% of his 19 runners in the last 14 days have run to form, so that's above half, and we can see that it's had 4 winners from 19 runs. So let's try now and start to build up a little bit of a picture and try and narrow this field down. Well, first of all, we'll start with Centurion Song. Top rated, comes out well on the key factors. £2 higher than its last run, but, and you've heard me say this before, I don't like going with horses whose trainers have barely had any runners in the last 14 days, and Brian Hean has just had the one run in the last 14 days. I'm going to put this down as one of the horses to delve into deeper, but I'm going to put a little bit of a negative by the side of it, just because of the recent runners the trainer has had. Gossip. Gossip is £3 higher than its last run and £3 higher than when it last won, which was 2 runs ago. We can see that Gossip has never won off a mark of this high. And these key data here aren't fantastic, so I'm going to rule Gossip out. Duke of Firenze, again a bit old in the tooth now, 12 years of age. Duke of Firenze steadily, well, it's actually off the same mark as it was 6 runs ago. Again, this is a horse that's never won off this mark, 75, although it's only £1 higher. Is it likely at 12 years of age to win off a career high mark? You have to ask questions and say possibly not. So we'll leave that one. Fantasy Keeper doesn't come out particularly well on the key factors. It's just £1 lower than it was 6 runs ago. Again, we can see the Fantasy Keeper has never won off this higher mark, so we'll leave that one. Alsvinda ran just 2 days ago. Key factors aren't brilliant, but they're there or thereabouts, about at the average for the race, 5th, 4th, and 5th. Alsvinda is £6 lower than it was 6 runs ago. Come 3rd off 75, then 2nd off 74, and it's off 74 today. If we look at the trainer form, you can see Philip Kirby's just had 1 winner from 9 runs over the last 14 days, but 42% of these horses are considered to have run to form. So I'm going to put Alsvinda there as a possible. Red Stripes is £4 higher than 6 runs ago, has won off a career high mark of 84, and it's off 56 today. However, we can see that off marks of 51, 51, 53, it's failed to get its head in front, and today it's a little bit higher off a mark of 56. Has got a good draw, but again, these key factors say that, you know, all in all, this horse probably won't be winning today. Geo Obo has got good key factors, steadily dropped down the weights, comes 2nd off 74, then 6th off 77. Again, although the trainer has got good form, 4 winners from 19, we do have Jonathan Fisher on board today taking £5 off, but negative draw bias, although it is top. This is a difficult one. Yeah, I'm going to put this down as a possible, but I'm going to put it as a negative as well. But it's on my short list. You're Cool, one last time out. Off a mark of 59, it's £2 higher today, as won off a career mark of 79. Derek Shaw, 25% RTF, 2 winners from 8. Laura Pearson taking £5 off. Good draw bias. I'm going to put this one down as a possible. Another Angel, 75, 34, 74. 74, 73 today. OFS rank 1, speed 1. Let's have a trainer form, 3 winners from 19. It's very similar to Gio Giarbo, and because I've put Gio Giarbo down, I'm going to be putting another angel down. So this is, like I thought, a very, very open event. From those 9 horses, I've made a list of 5. Now, those are Centurion, Song, Alsvinda, Gio Giarbo, Your Call, and Another Angel. 3 of those are possible negatives. The 2 that probably sticking out from me are Your Call and Alsvinda. And what I'm going to do now is check up against our odds and the forecast odds. So we can see that the forecast for Centurion was 4.50. Alsvinda was 7. Gio Giarbo was 7. Your Call was 10. Another Angel was 9. I would suggest that was 6-2. Let's just write these down. You don't need me to 859, 598, 917, 982. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the prices, because I've got a short list of 5 out of the 9, of which 3 have got negatives. Unless they offer very, very good value, I won't be considering those 3. So looking for value is key here today. It may well be that I may well be backing a couple of horses each way in this race, depending on the prices. So let's have a look at the prices for 40 at Southwell. Okay, so let's just scroll down. Okay, well, the first horse on the list, Centurion Song. When the ratings were collated on Monday evening, this horse was priced at 7-2. Now we can see there's been money for this horse since then, and it's now training as low as 7-4. I would suggest this horse should be around 5-1. So for me, although there's been money for it and it's well fancied, I had got a negative against it. I am crossing that one out. Alsvinda, when the ratings were collated on Monday evening, this price was 6-1. And we can see that Alsvinda is actually a non-runner, so we can cross that one out. Gio Giarbo, when the ratings were collated, this horse was 6-1. We can see that this horse must have drifted out, but there has been a little bit of money over the last an hour or so, because these are highlighted in the blue squares. But this horse is 8-1, 15-2. And this does reflect a little bit of value, because our odds suggest this horse should be around 5-1. So I'm going to put a little star by that one. Your Call, when the ratings were collated, Your Call was 9-1. We can see that there's been money for this horse. It's currently trading around 7-1, 13-2. This gives us value, because our odds suggest this horse should be around 8-1. So I'm going to put a star by that one. And finally, Another Angel, 8-1 when the ratings were collated on Monday evening. We can see this horse has drifted out to 12-1 across the board. There's been no money for this horse over the last hour or so. And although this horse reflects value, because our odds suggest this horse should be around 9-1, I will cross this horse out, because it was one of the 3 negatives of my 5 horses, if that makes sense. So I'm going to cross that one out. Okay, so if I'm going to go back to the ratings, the 2 horses that remain are Gio Giarbo and Your Call, and they both offer value, and I will be having small each way bets on these two horses. Geo. Is it Giorgiobo? It may well be. I do apologise. But number 2 on the race card and number 7 on the race card, Your Call. One has a poor draw bias, the other one has a good one. Of course, these two horses are in the bottom 3. I mean, this horse here is 16, but we've got, as I said before we started looking at these horses, I was hoping to get a bit of each way value. There's nothing that stands out massively in the ratings. We've built a picture, and though I'm quite happy to have a small each way bet on those two horses, Geo, Job, Obo, and Your Call. Best of luck. If you're having a go following these horses, or again having a go with your own thoughts, the very, very best of luck. I'll be uploading more videos very, very soon. Thank you.